Hello wine lovers, I'm summarizing some of my recent tastings and I tasted a fair amount of wines from Jeff Carrel. Jeff, who's certainly one of the most prominent figures today in the Languedoc-Roussillon. I would call him very energetic, borderline crazy, which I think is a good quality for anyone making wine. There's a wide range of different labels. I still can't come to grips with all of them and the differences. Nonetheless, this is everything from varietal expressions, youthful, fun and funky wines to more traditional appellation and traditional blends. Here, this is just a few of the wines I tasted. They're all vin de France, but they're all coming from the Languedoc. So we start with the Sauvignon Blanc. Sauvignon to me, which is, I would always pose the question to myself, why drink another Sauvignon Blanc from around the world? There are millions of them. I think this still has a French touch to it, particularly because it's dry on the palate. Aromatics are more reminiscent of the north style, I think more about the Loire or northern France. We have the herbaceous notes, the lime, the lemongrass, the freshness. And most importantly, remaining dry, salivating on the palate. It's a modern vinification, early picking, low temperature, steel tank, no oak and all of that. But it keeps together very well and it's a very pleasant glass of Sauvignon Blanc. Moving on to the Rosé, Cinsault, it's probably not widely known grape variety to most people. Everything from the southern France is based on Grenache Syrah, but Cinsault is particularly a very important grape in Rosé wines. Jeff is also making a very nice red example of it, more in a light to medium bodied style, very quaffable, very spicy. But I think as a Rosé, Cinsault is a very valid grape variety. And I think it's in warm climates, it always remains, it always keeps its freshness. And we always have those spicy, dry spice, white pepper, clove, sour red berries. And again, this is a vin de France, which is still fruit coming from various zones in the Languedoc. And finally, the Cabernet Sauvignon, I would say the same thing again, another variety of Cabernet Sauvignon from around the world, there are thousands of them. This is coming from better vineyards, from slopes. This is clay, limestone soils. Limestone is very good for Cabernet. Clay is very good for Cabernet in warmer climates because as it manages again to retain freshness. But we do have perfect ripeness here. And I think aromatically, I think more towards Bordeaux because we have that blackcurrant, that inky dark fruit, the plum, the cherry. But of course, doubtlessly, we have the sun of the south, a bit more ripeness. We have the garrigue or the wild herbs. There's not a lot of new oak or anything which is intruding here. So it's a very pure and fruity, but still it does have, it's more than just a varietal juice example. It does have structure, it does have length and good ripeness of tannins. And I think this is a good representation of a lot of what is done in modern Languedoc-Roussillon today. Labeled as vin de France, but very nice varietal expressions from a young and dynamic, well, I don't know about young anymore, but a very dynamic and forward winemaker. Cheers.